just, okay, drew down a little bit and then it'd be up like 3 points, exit the trade. So, and I would be like, start trade. I had like 30 trades I was doing just a little micro swing. I was like, no, this is stressful. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to trade like this.
Like you're scared of all day long in that rate.
Yeah, I was, for 2 days straight, that's what I was doing. I lost $2,500 in 15 seconds and then was back up 12,000 2 days later because I was like, all right, I gotta watch this. And, you know, I was doing NAS 100, came back up and was like, yay, I made money. And then I did a video about it because, you know, Q was like, look, this is what I need you to do. He's like, find a broker, find a pair you like trading and just go for it. I was like, that's it? I was like,
so I run mainline cars and coffee. I'm not sure if you
oh, yo, bro, you hit me up.
I heard you up like before every event.
Yeah, bro, like sometimes I can't make it, but yo, when's the next one?
We are hosting one at the Simeone for the Simeone Foundation on the 14th and at our normal place on the 21st.
On the 14th and then on the 21st?
Yeah.
All right.
So there's like concourse style judging at the Simeone one. Like they're bringing cars into like the museum and free entry and stuff all day. They're doing a big flyer.
Yeah, bro.
Basically, you have a very cool car. They're gonna give you an award. So you'll get like a plaque and stuff.
No.
This is one for that's.
Where's it?
That's one of the bad.
Yeah,
stuff ones. I'll give you a good one. All right, thank you.
Yeah, give him a month because he has to come out. He has nice cars too.
Right?
Yeah, we're in. I'm pretty sure we're in a group. Yeah, the main line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Have you ever been to the main line? Maybe once.
We did the mainline rally.
Yeah.
Had my 600.
That's where I met you originally.
Yeah, I had my 600.
Yeah, you guys always hit me up, and I'm like, I'm always busy. So I got 2 little kids at home.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go look at the GT2 RS.
You like the launch one?
Oh no, you did right. You did good.
No, I got this car. You know why I got it?
Yeah. So you have to pay taxes.
Well, that too, but like, you know.
Yeah. The same reason I'm buying cars, so I don't have to pay taxes. You shouldn't do that, people. I mean, well, you can't, but you shouldn't. I buy stuff.
I can neither deny nor confirm that's the reason I buy cars.
Theoretically.
Oh yeah. I'm like, cause I use it for promotion. So if you shoot a video or you use it for business, whatever.
Marketing.
Yep.
It's marketing.
It's marketing.
It's a marketing expense.
Yep. It's a marketing expense. He's right. Let's go check this. The car that he wants he wants a cool car because apparently that's not cool enough.
It's pretty awesome. It's really one-off.
I've never seen one stuff done.
Yeah. So that's the color Saros, and then inside it's a xenon yellow, like striping in the seats and all. So he wanted the exterior to kind of match that theme. So that's why he went with those decals. I think it came out really nice.
We did the car that's on my juice.
Oh, they're gonna give us the whole sheet, right? Just to make sure.
I don't know anybody.
Because if not, I'm like, you got to go back.
I don't think that they would let you skip that option. Like if we had accidentally, they would have been like, yeah, what about the sockets? You know what I mean? You're talking about the headlight sockets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got all the things. I don't think there was nothing else we could have done. I know the bumper is going to cost me a pretty penny because I want that carbon stripe everywhere.
But that's the thing, you had to get that in order to get that carbon stripe.
Had to. I didn't have a choice. I don't know, man. I don't like the silver.
The 2 RS, man. I think it's a hot car.
I think it's a hot car. I just don't like the silver. I looked at one in red. I was going to trade the 600 and get this one. Knowing what I know now, at the time it was only $340. I should have got it, and then I could have flipped it for 30, 40K more now.
I saw one of these brand new, and dude, he's happy.
Oh yeah.
But he's like, I'm never getting rid. He loves it. He's like, I'm never getting rid of it.
The car drove great, but it's just for me, it's not special enough. Like if I'm going to spend $300-something thousand, it has to look special.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the drawback with these 911. It's like, you're spending the same money as what you spend on McLaren, but it doesn't look as unique.
Nope.
Doesn't look.
Yeah. The doors still do that.
It's an F1 with a high downforce kit on it.
Oh.
I'm sure that it is. I don't know, to tell you the truth.
You guys own it, or is it owned by?
It's a customer car.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a customer car. He was nice enough to let us display it here.
No, he was like, "Oh, there's gonna be kids here." Right.
So I mean, we are like we literally are the only F1 certified repair facility in North America. So we work on F1s. We have the only certified F1 technician outside of the factory working for our company. So we're pretty fortunate to have him here and to get to see these cars, pretty much on a daily basis. I mean, when we go in the service department, there's typically an F1 there, and it's definitely some eye candy. So, yeah,
it's amazing. Like,
yeah.
Having the job certified F1 technician.
He's here. He was here. His name's Kevin Hines. He's brilliant. I mean, I was a technician before I got into sales.
Yeah.
So like, I'm pretty mechanical. Like, talking to him, he's like a rocket scientist compared to like the things that I know. It's really interesting talking to him. So.
Gotta be, because
yeah. He went through a lot of training to be able to work on that car. It's just really interesting guy to talk to.
Man.
The Turbo S's are GT cars.
Yeah.
They're Grand Tours.
Yeah.
So the McLaren GT is your Grand Tour. The 720 is a sports car.
Yeah. So technically, the McLaren 720S is a sports car. It goes under our Super Series car. So, but if you ever drive a 720S, it's actually it feels like a GT car. It's very comfortable when you drive a 720S. But when you turn on the track mode, it's not a GT car any longer. It's pretty raw, very fast. I mean, you can't really put it in the GT category, but in some aspects it drives as comfortable as a GT car. So the car is very dynamic in that respect. There's many different ways you could drive that car. You could take it to a drag strip. You could take it to a road course. You could drive it every day to the grocery store back and forth. It's really the best combination of supercar you could get. I mean, it is.
Or you could be me and get the LT models and forego all the stuff that makes it comfortable. I want everything to rattle. I want everything to be loud.
As long as you're not calling me every day and complaining about it, I'm all for it.
Bob's car's falling apart. What's happening here?
I'm getting this funny rattle. Well, Rico, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah, my 600. Remember, it rattled the fuse panel off.
Yeah.
That's common. Yep.
Because the 600, the tune, it's a very aggressive idle in that car.
They have
the engine mounts are more or less solid mounts, so you're getting a lot of the resonation from the engine going through the entire car. So, that can happen. I mean,
that's why I need to get something with a 765. I'm like, yo, take me for a ride, so I can see what I'm in store for. What's the difference? Most people that do car reviews don't have the cars that they review.
Exactly. So like, they have I've driven it around the corner on the highway, maybe not like day to day.
Yeah, like I drive mine every day. That's the thing. That's the difference, guys.
Are you liking the 675 so far?
So it is
compared to
the 600. So everything about the 600 that I love, the 675 takes it up a notch. So the 675 is actually faster stock than my 600 was tuned. Well, it's close. Stock for stock, 675 is faster. Tuned in downpipes, my 600 is pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's a little bit faster than the 675 is now, but we're gonna fix that. So we ordered downpipes and we're gonna tune it in about a week or so. And
now you know the process.
Yeah, now we know the process.
Well, no, it's the same different engine though.
It's the same engine, just different turbos, different heads, cams. So some of the parts are different.
Gotcha.
So that's what made the 675 so special, is they use different parts. Like the 570 still uses it. The 600 still uses the 3.8.
Yeah.
But they don't use the 675 components. Like that's why when people review the 675, they're like, "Yo, McLaren made something special."
Yeah. I
mean, the fact it's lighter, it just drives better. I hate the steering lock to lock.
Yeah.
Bro, like you got to do like a 30-point turn. The turning ratio fucking blows. Like pull it into my garage.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to back up. Like I got to take the turn real wide to swoop into the first spot.
Why is that?
It's a race car. Race car feel like the steering is so precise.
Yeah.
It's definitely different than the 600. The 600, I love the steering. The 675, amazing.
So the 675 is essentially like a completed version.
It's a completed version, and it was made before the 600, because the 570 is the Super Series. It came after. All McLaren had was Super Series cars.
Okay.
And then they made the Sport Series for like the entry level guy.
Gotcha.
And the 765, I can't wait until that comes. Like I haven't driven one of those yet. I know that's gonna be just turned up.
Which one?
The 765.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the first time I drive one will probably be when I take delivery of mine.
Okay.
Next year.
Oh, you don't want to spoil it?
I don't know. Like I kind of want to spoil just to see what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah.
But they don't have any here. So it's
don't?
there's one at that they're selling, but that's on consignment, I think.
Okay.
So you can't drive that one.
You know it's gonna be great though.
I know it's gonna be great. I know it's gonna be great. Like I'm super excited for it. Like V8 R8. So the next R8. So they're thinking of keeping it around. They're probably gonna do the 4-liter twin turbo 8 in the next R8.
A 4-liter twin turbo 8?
Yeah, the one out of pretty much everything has a 4-liter in it.
So,
you know, the RSQ8, the Porsche Cayenne. You know.
Wait, so the Hurricane, that means the Hurricane's gonna be a V8 now.
The Hurricane will probably still be a V10. They might have like a lower, so it might be, the base will be a V8, a twin turbo V8, like out of the Porsche series, the RSQ8s, all that. And then the upper series would be a naturally aspirated V10.
Gotcha.
If the next gen R8 comes twin turbo right off the box, like,
that's gonna be hilarious.
I would buy one.
Because at that point, the CPU would probably just be doing twin turbo upgrades then.
Yeah, it'd be easy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're still gonna be doing twin turbo V10s. Like, that market's not going away anytime soon. Everyone's leaving GTRs and coming to the twin turbo V10 market.
That's interesting too how that works. Like, that market that they created now with that.
Cool. That's the progression, man. I mean, like back when we were like, in our 20s and stuff,
the
Supras,
yeah.
big single turbo Supras.
They're still there.
Nissan GTR, they're still there, obviously.
Crazy.
Way up high. Nissan GTR, and then from the GTR, twin turbo Gallardo.
Yeah.
And
then like twin turbo Hurricane.
I just feel like there's always going to be a market for that, and because it
McLaren,
works. It works.
It makes way more power. Like so like I was saying before, like a 1200 wheel horsepower, twin turbo V10 will generally outrun a higher horsepower GTR.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, gearing, aerodynamics, they spool faster because the engine's larger. McLaren GT.
I actually sold that.
If they make a 2+2 McLaren, I am buying one. I will be placing my order that day.
2+2?
Yeah, like the Lusso. Like
Oh,
the
okay,
Ferrari
gotcha.
Lusso.
No.
Dude, I mean.
Oh God, what's next? An SUV? Okay.
No. I don't think they're going to come out with an SUV.
They'll do like
I have not heard anything, and it's not. I believe that in the future they could come out with a 2+2, which I think would be a pretty good move.
Yeah, if it's a 2+2 McLaren GT, I'm buying one.
Because the GT's been successful.
Yeah.
People love these GTs. They're fairly priced.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of performance. It's a 4-liter, same engine that's in the 720S, just detuned a little bit. There's a lot of potential there. So I think if they did make that with the 2+2, I think that would be a hit. So
yeah, I'll probably make a little more, differentiate it a little bit more too. Yeah.
If they did a 2+2 like a shooting brake stop, but I will have my order in.
McLaren,
I will be picking up two.
McLaren shooting brake.
Yeah. Like who would like?
That's interesting. That's interesting.
That's their thing. Like all the Mopar guys, they're like, how much money did you spend to make a car that fast? Like I only spent this much and it's this fast, and it's all relative.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that what you have isn't fast. I'm just saying I just want to race what you built. Like how can it's not fair that you guys go to my case about spending X amount of dollars versus your X amount of dollars. Because if you had the same amount of money, you would have spent the same amount of money as I'm spending. Mm-hmm. You're like, it's not fair. You spent $200,000 versus my $20,000. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, it's all the same. It's all relative. Yeah. I'm like, the only difference is my car drives like stock every day and yours definitely doesn't. That's the big difference. Like, my doors do this and not this.
The doors go up, the panties come down.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. Look, I am saved. I am not a heathen. I don't know nothing about that.
Hey, he's a married man and he said it.
Like I don't talk. Monk, but we don't know nothing about that. We can't put it on camera. We can't. This is a wholesome family channel.
I saw your church last week, bro.
What? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I love it.
I like that it's not roasted.
Yeah, it's not roasted.
Yeah, it's not, and that's what I like about it.
I wanted to be that Ferrari guy.
Rosa red.
But then now,
bro, like no one has this. Yeah. No one has like a blood red. This thing is nice. I like the spec. It's a good spec. I know who spec it. Yeah, you're like, I don't know. I know who spec mine.
no, my 720 is home. My friend didn't wake up early enough to come drive it for me.
There's a door. People are like, why do you guys have mobile supercars? So you have your homeboy drive one?
Yeah, basically.
And hopefully he doesn't crash it.
Basically.
Okay.
I'm like, if he's driving it like this when I'm around,
Like,
what is he doing? I'm not here.
Like, I hated the wheels on my 675, so I had to get new wheels. So the Advans are going on next week. I was like, yo, can we take the wheels off another 675 and put them on mine before I drive off? Because these are old white guy spec wheels, and they're hideous.
I know what you get.
Oh, they're terrible. This though, man, this what is it at? I like this spec.
Anyway, so